In today's video, we are going to visit somewhere that I've lived near for over 15 years and never been. Plus, we're going old school. We're going back to my old haunts and see if we do a park up. Let's do it. It's always the way. We all want to go to these far-flung places in our motorhomes and camper vans, but we never actually look what's on our own doorstep. And I am guilty of that myself. Now, I've lived near where we're going for... I've lived and worked there probably 15 plus years, and I've never been there. And we are fixing that today because it's meant to be a great place. I've never been, like I say. So we're going to go check it out because we need to explore everywhere, not just the far-flung places, but also the places on our doorstep. Now, I'm currently travelling to my mum's. I'll be there in a couple of days, but on the way down, I thought I'd just stop in my old haunt, Welwyn Garden City, Hatfield area, go and visit Knebworth House. I'd never been there, so that's where we're going. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go do a park up in one of my old park ups, what I used to use when I finished work on the lorries in Welwyn Garden City. Now there's a few park ups, there's plenty of park ups I used to do around there, but we're going to go see how it's changed. I haven't done a park up there for years and years. I think I showed you guys a few years back some of them and how things have changed. I'm not going to drive around them all or anything like that. We're just going to go there. We might look at a couple to see, but I think I might go real old school, back to my roots and go to the industrial estates. Now there's two industrial estates that I used to use in Welwyn Garden City. One was quite a go-to haunt, and the other one was my go-to park up if it was really hot and sunny because there was shade, or more shade than not. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I can't wait to have a look around Knebworth House and see what that's all about. Not really sure what it is. I know it's a stately home, stately house. Everyone wants to rush around and get to like Cornwall, Scotland, Devon, Ireland, Wales, and they're all fantastic places, but we don't actually look what's on our doorstep most often, which is quite a shame because there's usually some really fantastic stuff on our doorstep. So that's what I'm going to do today because I've never done it. So yeah, we're going to crack on, we're going to do that, and I'd love to know what's on your doorstep that you've never visited, and are you going to go do it after this video? Because one, it'll be stuff to add to my list because it's not on my doorstep, but you know, it'd be good for me to add to my list. But two, get out there, go have a little look, have a rummage around and go and explore. But yeah, let's crack on and get to Knebworth House. This place is huge. I mean, I've never been to Knebworth House, so I don't really know. Well, I know it's a house, and I know just from driving in, I know it's big. It is big. They're setting up at the moment. As you can see all around, there's loads of works going on. Next Thursday, so at the moment I'm recording this on, what's the day today? Saturday. By that time, they'll have spent 2 weeks setting up for Maiden. Not my cup of tea, but yeah, there's a lot of work going into this. I'm led to believe this is just like a stately home, and lots of land. I think there's a lot more to it than that. Now, my ticket for the house and the grounds was just over 20 quid. So it's not too bad. I think there's a lot here, like a lot of area, so like for picnics and things. I think the gardens are massive. Air quotes, gardens. I think it's huge. Alright, just looking at that map, it looks pretty big. And I think that's just like the grounds. That's not all the land. So yeah, it looks like it's a big old place. Knebworth House is over 530 years old, home to 19 generations of the Lytton family since 1490. Legends like Charles Dickens, Winston Churchill and Oscar Wilde have all slept beneath its roof. Batman, The Crown and The King's Speech were all filmed here, and these grounds have hosted the world's biggest music acts, playing to millions over the years. One house, centuries of history. That tour, which is included, was fantastic. tour guide was really good. She was fantastic. She knows a lot of stuff. I got a few little clips. They don't like too much filming, so I had the trusty little camera on and got a few clips here and there. But I mean, just look at this. Now the stories that you're hearing here, like the family that own this, and they still own it right now, is just insane. Like Charles Dickens stayed in these rooms, Winston Churchill, Queen Elizabeth. You've had more modern stars stay here because they do a lot of filming here, a lot of concerts and things, and the family do sometimes invite the stars or the movie stars, rock stars, whoever it is, into the house to stay. And yeah, so some of the rooms are still slept in today by these celebrities and people. The amount of information that I've just had thrown at me is insane. So much. I definitely recommend coming here. So you can go over now, and there's a watchtower, so I think I can go up that, have a little look around that. But yeah, the family still live here in a portion of the house which you can't go to, which it's just amazing that someone actually lives there. This is their house. I mean, what a place. So just reading this board here, it says Knebworth House, Gardens and Park and the wider estate have made starring appearances in big screen, in major feature films and music videos, including Batman, The Crown, Paddington 2, The King's Speech, just to name a few. And then you've got Live at Knebworth, which is Knebworth Park is the UK's largest single stage music venue. The Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Queen, Oasis, Robbie Williams, plus over 100 other artists have played here since 1974. There's a gift in there from the Chinese government, which was from 500 AD, I want to say. I think it was 500 AD. It's the oldest thing in the building, and it was a gift from the Chinese government because they were friends with the family. I mean, as you are. I mean, aren't we all friends with the Chinese government? So obviously you can see it is a massive house. Now, I did say that the family still live here, and they live in this bit here in the top section, and they do wander around, but 19 generations of the family have lived here. 19 generations. Okay, this should be an easy one because it's only 55 steps up. Not like some of the cathedrals I've been to, which are really small and about 200 plus steps. This is tiny up here. There's just literally is a watchtower. Now, they said that this used to supply water to the building and to Old Knebworth, but then they made it into a watchtower. But look at the view. Look at that. They're making the stage right now just over there, ready for Iron Maiden. You can see my motorhome is just about there. But then they're building everything else at the moment. There's the church. And then there's loads of people over there at the moment doing archery. So the Lytton family own this, but it's now Lytton Kobold. So the Kobold have a brewery, I believe. I've had so much information thrown at me. I'm going to stand this way because then you get to see that. They do have movie tours, and then they'll go around and show you where they film certain scenes of certain movies, which would be a really good little tour to do. I mean, that stage is huge. It must make a fortune, this place. Must make a fortune. Back down from the watchtower, now to have a little look in the exhibition. So let's go have a little look over here, shall we? Getting off, getting warm. These big stone buildings are nice to be nice and cool. Right, so this is the exhibition, and there's like tons and tons of posters, all films and everything that's, you know, parts of the film, TV show, music video, concert has been filmed here. But there are some serious ones. There's loads. Look, The Crown, Eurovision. So the Harry Potter one wasn't filmed here, but the cast held their party here, I was told, once they wrapped filming, because it's quite a spooky place and that. So yeah, that's why they're allowed to have that one here. But look at this. That's Ant and Dec. There's Batman. Batman was made here, or parts of it. 28 days later. Nanny McPhee. Paddington. The King's Speech. It's a lot that's been done here, right? Tons. That tiger, I'm not sure is real. But inside the house there are 2 tigers, and they are unfortunately real. They weren't hunted by the Lytton family. They were given by India, I believe, a long time ago, and that stuff was, well, considered the done thing, I suppose. Yeah, fortunately we have learned. Okay, so now we're in the part where we've got all the concerts that have been here. We've got Queen, we've got Led Zeppelin, we've got Leonard Skinner, Oasis. Look at that. So that's a fantastic picture. So that's where the house is, and where we are, there's the Watchtower that I've just been up, just there. And then you've got all of that. Look how big that is. This place is fantastic, but I need to go find somewhere to sit down and have a cold drink, because even my phone is telling me to just take it easy because it's too hot. My phone's like, yeah, needs to cool down, needs to cool down. So let's go find somewhere to take a pew and have a drink. Now I'm just going to kick back, chill out and have a drink in my new Holy thermo shaker. Now this is a World Cup England special. They have also got a Scotland one. Now I've got a different design one of these, and I use it all the time. They keep things so cold for so long. If you've never heard of Holy, you've got to listen up, because they're great. Now I'm trying to stay away from fizzies as much as I can, but you guys know how much I do like a drink here and there. But I'm trying to increase my water intake, and that's where Holy comes in. Now they've got 4 different types of drinks. They've got the hydration, energy, iced teas and milkshakes. Now not all of you want to focus on the energies, and I understand that, but that's where these come in. These are the hydration ones. So they're packed full of all your electrolytes. They've got everything you need, none of the nasties, no BS. That is their tagline, no BS. So they're great for my diabetes because they've got no sugar, they've got no taurine, no junk, which is fantastic. Now these are their new flavors that have just come out. So you've got green apple, you've got blueberry, and you've got apricot. How good are they? Now, if you've never tried Holy, then you need to try the deluxe starter set. And if you order before the 18th of July, they're going to chuck you a World Cup thermo shaker in for free. So you get 57 servings across 26 different flavors, and you're going to get a free thermo shaker. How good's that? Plus, make sure you use the on-screen discount code right now to save yourself even more. Scan the QR code up here, click the description, head on over and grab yourself some Holy. Oh yeah, ice cold, love it. Now this place is huge. There is 250 acres of estate here, so yeah, it is a full-on place. And the gardens, well, I think they'll take days to explore, to be fair. There is just so much, and they're so well manicured and kept. I mean, it's a very beautiful place. I mean, just look at that. So this is the herb garden, and there's a little sign here saying the herb garden was designed for Knebworth House in 1907 by the Edwardian garden designer Gertrude Jekyll, and it says at the end of it, it was finally constructed 75 years later. Now I thought our lot, like councils, took their time to fill in potholes and building roads and HS2 and God knows what else. But 75 years to do a herb garden? Come on. I knew things took a while, but that's taking the mick, right? These gardens are so well cared for. They are amazing. Yeah, I mean, I quite like gardening. I quite like growing tomatoes and stuff. I've grown tomatoes, carrots, potatoes, things like that. Yeah, I'm pretty good at growing, and peppers. I've grown lots of peppers, lots of chilies. I used to grow a lot of that stuff. Don't really eat the tomatoes, to be fair, but I appreciate, you know, how to grow it and all that. But caring for all this is quite full on. But there is a dinosaur section here, like a dino land or whatever they want to call it, for the kids. So there's a whole area for that as well, which is mad. But look, you're just walking along back through the gardens, and then look at that. How good does that look? It's just so much land that you can just chill out, have a nice picnic, siesta. Love it, love it. Living their best life. And then you got that. Look at it. Oh, there's a wooden statue over there. Let's have a little look at that. There are some really old trees here. Really old trees. I think that's quite fascinating, knowing that they've been standing and the amount of people that have come to them and gone past them, and the things, I know the trees don't see, but the things that have gone on around them over the years, because some of them are hundreds of years old. Yeah, look at this. How cool is that? That's not easy to do that, is it? Now, I said to you the park covers 250 acres, which is true. And I'm just looking at my map that I got given, and it said the gardens are a delight through each season. The 28-acre formal gardens include a maze, a road garden, a wilderness walk, and so much more. 28 acres. I mean, I'm having a wander around, but I ain't having a wander around 28 acres. I mean, think how skinny I'll be after 28 acres. Right, that's the maze. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I would end up getting lost and stuck. It's just not worth it. Not worth it. I made my way round the maze to what looked like on the map, like a little pond, which it is, but it's very low down and it's just covered with duckweed. Come on, dudes, get some koi in there. We want that duckweed gone. We want some nice koi in there and fill the water up to the brim. Let's get a water feature going. That's what we want. You got all your herb gardens and your tomatoes and all your statues. Let's get a nice koi pond. And let's not take 75 years about it, shall we? Oh, what was that? You proper lump me in the side of the face. I've got to say, it's probably the only neglected place, air quotes, I've seen. I mean, it's flourishing, don't get me wrong. It's green as anything. It looks like it's great. But yeah, that's the only place that's looking a little bit sorry for itself. I've said they've got everything here, and they have. And then this is something I ain't ever going to use. I'll probably make a bold statement. I'd rather go vegan than get married. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I mean, I obviously need to find someone to get married to have that option. But, nah, I'm good. But look, it's a lovely place, isn't it? And I said to you about the trees. Look at this one. That is a beast. Honestly, this tree is ginormous. Look at it. Just look at that. This is me next to it. Like, how big this tree is. And then when you look up, oh my God, that's mental. Some of you are probably thinking, yeah, that's right, you're getting a bit weird now. You're really looking at trees. I'm just looking at like the real giant old trees. I just think they're cool. You know, if they could talk, I bet they'd have some stories. Right, I've had a good walk around. I think I'm going to go back to the start where I think there might be a cafe or something like that, and a gift shop. I love a gift shop. If I had a house, I would have so much tat. I really would. Love a little shop like that. Unfortunately, it didn't have a pin or a sticker. I only got fridge magnets, and yeah, it doesn't really work for a non-magnetic fridge in a motorhome. But this is the cafe as well. It's that moment of truth that I judge hard. Are they good or are they bad? Fantastic place until you get to that selection. They've got a sausage roll in there, but it's $4.50 and it's about that big, so not really too fussed. I think I'm just gonna make my way back to the motorhome and chill out for a bit, and then they've got an ice cream. I'll have a little look at the ice cream. No, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna go back to the motorhome. I'm gonna have a nice cold drink at the motorhome because I've run out of water and I've walked my little legs off, and then we need to come up with a plan for tonight. Now there is plenty of parking here. There's loads of space there, and then they've got the grass where I am. I am just hoping they haven't boxed me in. I mean, at the end of the day, I'll just wait until they all go. It's not a problem, I'm home, you know. That is the beautiful thing of living full-time on the road. My house is with me. But yeah, don't really want to be blocked in, but fingers crossed that we're not. Looks like we're good, looks like we're good. Although there's a van that's just pulled up suspiciously close to my motorhome. That was pretty cool. I just met these two guys that come over and I was like, didn't know what they were doing. And they're taking a picture of the motorhome because they really like the look of it. So these guys, they're from the Isle of Wight. I love meeting people on the road and just out and about. So they work on the Isle of Wight, but over in the summer season, they come over and do the festivals. And they do all the water, so all the pipe work for the waters on site. And apparently this place could have about, for the Iron Maiden festival, it could have about 50,000 people, they were saying. They're not 100% sure on that. But yeah, this place is going to be packed, absolutely packed. So yeah, they go here, then they got one in Dorset, then they got Reading, and then they got Finsbury Park, and yeah, they just go all the way around for 3 months, and then they go back to the Isle of Wight, which is pretty cool. But they bring over their caravans. So, but he was just looking at the motorhome, and I showed him around the inside and the layout and everything. Yeah, they love it. But I just love meeting people and just talking. It's just so easy to talk to people on the road. You just meet people and you start, you know, chatting and this, that and the other, and it's, love it. Now I'm gonna make my way towards Welwyn Garden City, I think, and go find one of my old school haunts for a park up tonight. I would definitely recommend coming here. I mean, there's so much more that I could have, you know, had a wander around and had a picnic and, you know, taken some sandwiches in and everything. But yeah, this is a really good place. I mean, there's so much for the kids, so I could come back here and bring Liam, and he can run around there and have a look at the dinosaurs. I think they've got like 70 dinosaurs, life-size dinosaurs, and they've got an adventure area, and they've got a lot going on, to be fair. But yeah, lovely little day out. All right, let's head to Welwyn, shall we? Now, I actually lived here in 2 houses when I was at school, when I was at secondary school. Still in school in Harlow, but I lived here. And then I think it was towards the end of that. Was it at the end of that? No, I think it was after I finished school, we moved back to Harlow. I was born in Harlow, but then we moved back there. So, yeah, I've lived here for a long time and then worked in Hatfield after I moved back to Harlow, and that's where I was doing the lorries and things like that. So yeah, I'm quite familiar with this area. So this is coming up to the first little industrial estate I used to park up on. You've got the B&Q just on the left here. Oh my God, there's a massive house. Is that, apartments? Yeah, they weren't there. That was not there at all. Now, I parked down the end here on the right. So go round and then down on the end. It's still looking, I mean, I don't know, they were never there. That's new. Now, I've parked here before, just on the left, just there, parked there. Now, where this car is here, that I used to park right there where that lamppost is. Oh my God, I used to park there so much, and the trees, I'd go as far forward to the tree as possible. Yeah, that would be a go-to spot. And then if I couldn't get there, then I'd go on the end here. I'd spin round and I'd park all the way close to this tree on the left, just on the curb, because it's the industrial area here is you can just park on the curbs on that side because there is no real walkway. Now in the week, all this here around here is mad busy. It really is. There'll be cars everywhere around here. So you know, if I finished work late, there was no way I was getting parked down here because it was just, yeah, it was hit and miss. It really was. I only stayed here, you know, once a week or so, and then I went and stayed elsewhere. But on the weekends, I might have stayed a couple of nights because it was the weekend, and like it is now, there's no one here. Yeah, there's all these vehicles, but no one's actually here. So I would just park along here. And I don't think I've done it in the land yacht. And the bush wasn't that far out, but I would just park along here and then keep going, and then yeah, I just park like this basically. I've done so many videos down here back in the day. It's unreal, unreal. Now obviously we know we can park here because there's no one here and I can't see anyone turning up here. I've got to say as well, this was quite a noisy area because it was an industrial estate. There was always noise going on because there's industrial units just there, and then there's car units back there and some things over there. Yeah, it was full on. Right, this is the next one. So this does look like a horseshoe. So you can go in here. Now, I would usually park, I don't know why they're parked on the right. They're normally parked on the left. But you park all along here where there's no yellow on the left, and then where these trees are here on the left. This, yeah, right here. Now I'd usually face the other way, but parking here, oh, it was beautiful, beautiful. Now it wasn't quiet, like, because it's an industrial estate, it's a working industrial estate, but parking here in the shade when you've got the heat pounding down, if this wasn't available, then you continue round here. Like I say, it's a horseshoe. I was really lucky, to be fair, that I had all these industrial estates, because I've got these, and then I've got lots of places in Hatfield. I'm lucky that where I was working is like Hatfield, so then I've got Hatfield, I've got Welwyn Garden City, I've got St Albans, all within, you know, like 5-10 miles of each other. So if I really wanted to go park, if I needed to park somewhere else, then I could. Now I'll pull over because I've parked here before, many times along here, and where that truck is right now, that's where I'd park as well, because again, it's shady, nice and shady. Let's actually go behind the truck. Yeah, right where this shade is, no double yellers, no nothing. You could just park up here. Oh, so beautiful, beautiful. And this is basically where I started, and you know, I gained my confidence in, you know, parking pretty much anywhere in the middle of the day, and sleeping during the day, not a problem. I don't think I'm fully parked yet, because I don't know what I'm going to do about dinner. But yeah, this is the park up. These industrial estates, fantastic. Look, no yellow lines, easy. Again, during the day, they are quite busy, but they're big roads. You know, you can still get trucks down here. But yeah, easy. These places, bread and butter, bread and butter. I'm glad this is still here. Right, I've quickly bailed on the park up because I have come to the chip shop, which I actually used to work at. Now, Motorhome's just there. This is over in a place called Panshanger, Moore's Walk. Back in the day, the chip shop, which is just over there, Lee's Fish and Chips, used to be up here, and that's where I used to work. I love what I do now, but that was the best job I've ever had. The team was amazing, and it was just a laugh. It really was. It was just not working at all. And well, it's food, isn't it? I had a little tab. Let's just say that. Right, I've just grabbed a fish and chips from Lee's Fish and Chips. Oh, there we go. It's just opened. Right, let's get to the motorhome, get to the park up, and scoff my face. I was just thinking how long ago I used to work there. And I think it was about 20 years ago, 21 years ago he worked there. Pete, the owner, my old boss, absolute legend. I love that guy. He's amazing, amazing boss. He really is. And he does some banging fish and chips, really does. Oh, this is, woohoo, just look at that. Yes, yes. Spot on. It would be rude going back in time and not going back to where I worked, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Come on. Oh, we had such fun times working there. We really did. It just didn't feel like working, you know. And you were always, you know, covered in grease. You was always hot. You was always doing this, that, and the other, washing stuff, cleaning stuff. So it wasn't a glamorous job, but absolute, hands down, best place I've ever worked for the team and for just the crack. It really was. So if you are ever in the area, then definitely check out Lee's Fish and Chips, because he will not set you wrong. Oh, that fish and chips hit the spot. Let me just show you where I am. So that is Motorhome all parked up nicely. No problems whatsoever. Now it is the weekend, so there isn't going to be any problems here. It's not going to be busy tomorrow. It's just it's a Sunday morning tomorrow. So yeah, it should be nice, quiet, a chill evening, I reckon. I'm going to get the motorhome level, close all the blinds, and then yeah, start doing some work on the laptop and chill out for the evening. And then yeah, if anything happens, then I will jump on and start recording through the night as it happens. But if not, then I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning. Well, that was a lovely, peaceful night. It really was. Like I said, it's a Sunday morning on the industrial estate, so it is dead as a doornail. It really is. It's so quiet. I love these on the weekend. I really do. Now, yesterday was a really fun day. I enjoyed going to Knebworth House. I do want to go and explore it a little bit more and learn more of the history, because I mean, they've got some amazing people that's been there and hung out there. You've got Charles Dickens, Winston Churchill, you've got A-list celebrities, you've got rock stars, you've got movie stars. They've just all been there. Now it's your turn. Where have you been putting off going? Where's local to you that you thought, do you know what, we should go there at some point? And just because it's local, you just haven't got round to it. You might have been local for 20 years and you still haven't got round to doing it. It might just be an attraction. It might be some, you know, a coastline, a forest, a walk. It might be a restaurant. It might be anything, but we've all got them. We've all got places local to us that we know we should go and have a look around and visit and explore, but we just don't. So I want to know, drop it in the comments below. Where have you not been yet that's local to you? And I challenge you to go out there and get local. Have a look around your area. Even if you're not there now, but you used to live in the area and you've moved away, go back and have a look, because you know there's some fantastic places out there, like I found out yesterday at Knebworth House. It's brilliant, it really is. Now I'm going to have a chill Sunday, make my way to the families, and just relax. I think, why not? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, bye.